Here we are at your first lesson talking about playing You Are My Sunshine, but really it's not a lesson about playing You Are My Sunshine, it's a lesson about left-handed changes and strumming. The good news is rhythm seems to be a strong point for you. Like you aren't like dropping quarter beats or something like people who don't have a good sense of rhythm. But we're getting used to a pick and this wider range of motion thing. So step one, your arms, you're gonna want to hit your guitar stand, and then your arms slung around the side of the instrument like this, as opposed to out in front of it, which is going to be anyone's natural tendency to steady it. But we can steady it just the same that way, just kind of troubleshooting, then it'll be down there. And then just move the guitar. You don't have to change your posture to get the guitar in the right position. Or just use your strap, but be aware of this is how to do it if you were sitting. I guess you could just be somebody who always has a strap. It's not a big deal. Like, totally not being silly. Awesome. So rhythm one is the thing you are currently playing, which is. And before you try to actually do anything interesting with it, I want you to just do literally what I did, and you're gonna hit all 6 strings with the motion we're talking about, where you kind of start here and hit all the strings at the same velocity. So stop and do that. Cool. And 1 good one, 2 good ones, repeat. Though this one's easy and shouldn't take long. Kick of ass. So now we're going to start including up strums. We're just going to be going 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and it's going to sound like. And here's maybe what tempo to start at for super focused is like. Here's a concept of up strum. Excuse me. So, every time you actually do a chord change, the very last strum, which is generally going to be up towards the sky, your left hand's going to have come off and boom, that's when you do the change. Like if I was going. There we go. And just be sure you actually do it, seize the time, not go like this or something. Cool. So there you go. That's how you're going to approach each change, and kind of get good at each one of them as we go. In fact, this is the only rhythm that we're trying to do the whole song on, so either 2 options right now. 1, stop and don't sing, but work on playing the whole song, once through the progression well, until you feel like you can kind of do it, and that'll be your means to really pick up the left-hand changes. So that's suggestion 1. This is a Choose Your Own Adventure video. If you don't want to do that, you can move on to the other rhythms on the page and just kind of keep working on your right-hand stuff, decision based on what sounds more motivational and where you feel like you need to work more. So at 3 minutes in your video, which I'm going to write down here at the bottom, that is when we had our Choose Your Own Adventure asterisk situation. Anyway, cool. So path 1 started at 3 minutes, and that's going to be us working on these other rhythms, because holding a pick and strumming, that's the thing that's going to feel most foreign this week. I think you need to focus more on. Whereas, like I'm saying, you're having a relatively easy time of doing that for somebody just trying to do it. Cool. So right hand stuff. The third rhythm I wrote down is just half rhythm 1, half rhythm 2. It goes down, 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 up, down, up. As in you are my. You can just huge fan of slow, just totally the slowest thing ever with a sense of rhythm. If you're having I have to focus on my other hand feeling. Cool. So there we are doing that, and you can do that one for the whole song if you wanted to, but it's really just our goal to go 1 good one. I'm really comfortable with doing that once. 2 good ones. I'm really comfortable with doing that twice. And then looping it, being able to get it 6 times in a row, just no big deal, which will be a lot easier. Cool, so there's us doing that stuff. And then I drew a line, making a clear distinction. It's that's part 1 of rhythm stuff, and then rhythm 4 is, more complicated, and it's more representative of what I'd actually play if I was playing this song. So we strum down on the downbeat and up on the upbeat. There's a little less wrist involved with up by definition, just kind of how our arm works. We want to be loose. But just bang away. It's all good. So now we're going 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, and, or down, 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 up, down, up, down, 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 up, or I was calling that out wrong. That's like a career highlight. It's 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, 3, and 4, and down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. I think when that was like 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, and 2, 3, 4, and down, 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 up, down, up, down, down, down. If you're sitting over there being like, duh, that's easy, but it's like seriously more evidence that you're actually super musical, because a lot of people would be having like the fight response of, oh shit, I actually couldn't think about all that at once, if this is going to be difficult. So if you're like, yeah, whatever, those beats, like, you're super psyched and should be, and feel all musically inclined and whatnot, which you actually are, kiddo. Anyway, there we are. That's like the main stuff you're trying to do. And Choose Your Own Adventure Part B starts at 6 minutes into your lesson here, and that is where we are. I'm gonna write 6 minutes, and I did a magic trick to time it out to be exactly 6 minutes. Any conjuring or anything? So, cool. If you had chosen Path B, which is I want to play the whole song, that would be you strumming down, up, over and over again. Or if you feel more comfortable with rhythm 3, that would probably sound a little more musical. And focusing on this up strum thing and open strum, and trying to get through the left hand changes, playing the rhythm one change at a time. Meaning at first you're just going to be going, excuse me. And you could totally just zoom in and be like, or something like that. So, you know, and then what's going to really be tempting then is to start at the beginning, because it's so much more fun than doing what I want you to do, which is then start there and do the same thing for getting back to the next change and progress through the song that way. Again, you're learning the dance steps so you can actually play the song. So, you know, and just stuff to be aware of is moving your whole hand decisively in one movement, memorizing the names of the chords, which are A, D, and E, A major, D major, E major, and like, yeah, there you kind of have it. And keep in guitar lessons, kiddo, and you know, other things to think about are just generally play some single notes, just like do the worst thing ever, you know, just like interact with the guitar, hitting one string and goofing around the first fret, and it might come out sounding like crazy Egyptian music because you don't know which notes to hit. That's clearly like, oh, that sounded terrible, but I'm achieving my goal, which is to hit single notes.